Welcome back. Joining us in studio right now, we have Miss Aileen Bennett. Thank you so much for being here with us today.
Thank you.
So I'm so excited because you are gearing up for your book launch, a little book about fire. Tell us about this.
Well, it's literally a little book about fire.
It's precious.
It's less than 300 words, lots of pictures, but it's definitely for grown-ups, so though kids can read it too.
Yeah.
And it's a book about the people that have that fire inside. I think you might recognize them.
Yeah, and I was skimming through it earlier today, and I love the message behind, because sometimes we lose that fire throughout life.
Yes, and it's very much about that. I wrote it when I was scared I'd lost my fire, and it's that reassurance that it's still there. There's a few little things you can do to get it back, but once you have that fire, it can't go anywhere.
Yeah.
And I think with what we've all been through in the last couple of years, a lot of us feel like we've lost our fire. So it's just a little book that's like a little friend to remind you who you really are.
Yeah, it's like a little pick-me-up. You kind of need that little extra push. Be like, no, it's okay. You still have that inside of you. And I think that's brilliant that you put it to words so people can refer back to it whenever they need.
Yeah, people are saying it's a little book they want to just keep on their desk to remind them. It's
and you're having a book celebration tomorrow.
Yes, it comes out tomorrow. So Mercedes-Benz of Lafayette and the Designing Women of Acadiana have got together and put on a celebration. So there'll be an interview by Rob Kirkpatrick on the stage, and there'll be drink, and there'll be food from Sundays and some cookies by Bookie's Baker. And so it will just be a really fun. You can come buy the book, please, and get it signed and hang out, and you'll get to actually see the book. It's the first day it's out tomorrow.
Do people need to sign up for this?
We'd like them to RSVP because we'd like to know how many are coming. Otherwise, we won't have any food and drink for you. So if you go to Designing Women of Acadiana's Facebook page, you can see the link, but don't just click it there. Go through to the Eventbrite page, and then we'll actually know you're coming. And we might even have enough books.
I mean, I love the book. I love the message behind it. When you were writing this, was it a challenge for you to put this to words?
I didn't write it for a book. I wrote it just as something I was doing to remind myself. I was going through chemo at the time, and I was really worried I'd never get my spark back. So it was just something I wrote and put aside. And then it was one of those things that just kept appearing back in my life until it kind of accidentally became a book. It was never its intention, but it felt like I didn't really have much to do with it. It had a life of its own, and it just became a book.
I love that.
And we'll tell the story how at the celebration.
Yeah, and if people can't make it to the celebration, we're out of time, but how can they get your book?
Any place they want to buy books.
Perfect. I love that. Aileen, thank you so much for stopping by.
You.
Of course, if you at home, you want to learn more, head to our website, klef.com. Everything will be right there. But guys, stick around, because coming up after the break,